Yeah, so for what I'm seeing is ICs have a guaranteed chain grab on Link until like mid% at any DI, but I don't know how active. But I do know they have a chain grab, so we'll see what happens.
All right.
So, like we were saying right before the match starts, Link is going to run around the platforms and throw a bunch of projectiles, and MOF is going to use up airs and run up shield and down smash, try to get through it. And TPN is going to once again retreat to the platforms and throw more bombs. And it becomes
yeah, and I do think, just per your point in like kind of the pre-game discussion, TPN's already playing this matchup exactly as Link should be.
Exactly.
Especially considering a 3-platform stage too. I can see this getting a bit more dicey if we move to like FD in a later game, but access to platforms is kind of your runaway, reset button, reclaim the projectile, and that's exactly what I was talking about with the up B being kind of like a free get off me. Oh, this is interesting though that he's opting for bomb into aerial approach on the solo climber, or on the front climber here. Finds the kill though, either way.
Yeah, the bomb into down air is like pretty consistent kill option on basically any character with Link, and not surprised that he's utilizing it against this matchup. The thing is with this thing though is that if Link gets caught in the air, it's very hard for Link to land.
Yeah.
So like that is one of the things that I see to look out for when you're at the percent where you can just up air juggle, and then also approaching with this character, like on Link, almost everything that Link does on approach is either extremely unsafe on shield or can get crouch canceled, and Ice eats that up. Just raw down smash out of that, raw grab into a chain grab or something like that. So it definitely is like TPN's gonna hit a bunch more times, but the conversion for neutral wins to kills is gonna be like very, very MOF favored in this match.
Sure.
We'll see how this goes. It's just like a very patient grueling matchup, and it just depends on how both players end up playing good.
Free kill on... Oh no.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe you want to just run up and
up B.
Up B, yeah.
And Nana's not going to DI that. Speak of the devil. Nana literally like could have lived that, and because her AI isn't programmed to do anything, she just falls to her death, and MOF solo climber just watches in pain.
Okay, yeah, back to our regularly scheduled projectiles here.
And the little M&M shield isn't enough to get rid of the sword.
Yeah, wow, I love the way that TPN leaves bomb on platform too to kind of prevent MOF from wanting to go in. It's not like, you know, a lot of times ice climbers aren't going to want to be approaching from platform anyway, but it kind of just dissuades that option entirely and then forces MOF to stay on the ground.
Really good spot dodge and roll from TPN. Like, Link's roll is pretty bad, but you kind of have to use like buffer roll to get out of some of like these situations, because ICs don't necessarily have a really good way out of shield to punish that, because like the wave dash takes too long for you to like run up and down smash, or wave dash out and down smash. So Link can actually get away with using like buffer roll against the character. So good on TPN to be doing that, and good on MOF taking that stock.
Yeah, evens it right back. Oh, big!
Yeah,
like he said. Yeah, exactly what he said.
The bomb's gonna kill Nana. Oh no. I think TPN could have definitely run up and potentially killed Nana, but use the opportunity to throw a bomb and try to wall itself a little bit more. Down throw up smash on MOF's part. 60%.
Oh, that should be free, yeah. And this is where it gets dicey. If the Link kind of goes for something super committal like that and he's not holding a bomb, a lot of times they can just die for it.
Yeah, that's another thing that in this matchup, holding bombs, I remember back, what is it? When wobbling was legal, if you're holding the bomb, you actually cannot get
It's the meta, yeah, it's the counter strat.
Yeah. So, back at, like, as you're throwing the bombs, you always have to, like, watch for that if you're a Link player. But nowadays, because there isn't really wobble or the threat of getting, like, hand up the middle of the stage or anything like that, you kind of can just, like, throw the bombs and just continue, like, putting on this pressure, just, like, pestering the icy shield. And it's been working out for TPN, but MOF's been doing a really good job at just making these openings count when they get them. And evens up the game with a clean down throw up.
Yeah, and then this just comes down to game plan right here. Get caught up in the blizzard, not quite going to do a lot to get the grab. But MOF's applying a bit more pressure now, I think, kind of catching on to TPN's kind of triangle jump or triangle strategy here to pick up projectiles and camp out.
The drift back! Barely misses the ledge. Yeah, the drift back to try to prevent getting hit by the down tilt, and MOF takes the first game. Really, really good stuff. That was a really close game. I want to point something out of TPN's part, because it's like TPN's defense that game. Like, I'm not even talking about like the strat of like, I guess, circle camping or whatnot. TPN SDI'd out of Blizzard, did not get hit by down throw down air, and did not, like, for the most part, didn't do a lot of, like, approaches like nair or unsafe down air. And I think that being able to do that against an Ice Climbers player as any character is really good, just in general, like, not getting hit by the ground combos and not getting, like, putting yourself in the ground situations. And I think TPN's defense this set has been really good, which is why MOF is unable to get as, like, strong punishes. So just, I want to point out, it was really, really good defense on TPN's point.
I totally agree, Gen X. I think it's that and like the small things like SDI and just kind of escaping combos like you had mentioned, and then also not like pulling the trigger all the way in some of these situations. You see, like, even right now, TPN will get like a forward air and then convert jab off of it and then just be like, yeah, I'm done. I won neutral. We'll just go back.
Yeah. So I'll just grab through the startup frames of TPN's what is the down smash. Shows kind of how slow some of the down smash types are. And I think MOF is starting to adapt really well with these bombs. Like, just grabbed a bomb. We saw the first instance of the game, like, jabbed the bomb and is like kind of doing a thing which what people do against Samus with like F tilt or tilt against missiles. MOF is starting to try to do that against the bombs, and I feel like I've never seen Icy's really go for it because of how like very strict the timing is on it and how small the Icy boxes are. But MOF's making it work and takes the first off. Also uses these desyncs like the what is it? Spot dodge, blizzard desync, etc. to make it so even if one climber gets hit by the bomb, the other climber is throwing out a move or throwing out a grab or shielding, so TPN is going to get a free opening.
Could be an edge guard here, yeah, but get shield up in time. This is grab.
Actually misses the first grab because TPN's startup animation is too long. Gets another grab in the meantime.
Yeah, and I love, the bomb catch adaptation is pretty huge right now. I haven't seen MOF do too much with it outside of just kind of disabling that option from TPN. But we'll see. Oh my gosh, was that a shield poke?
I think that was a shield poke.
Damn. Sometimes you just get it.
TPN putting a lot of good pressure for these bombs, but MOF wave dashes back and catches the bomb and throws it back and gets a stock from that.
Yeah, and this is what we were saying right after game 1, Gen X. Like, the defense from TPN was really good, but when he's not overextending is where he's really kind of flourishing in a matchup like this.
Exactly.
Kind of gets a little bit aggressive on the left ledge and just dies for it.
And this is where it gets kind of dicey for Link, because in general, like, if you are running around, if you're running away and throwing for no, that's a huge misinput.
Yeah, and I think this is where it really gets problematic for a character like Link that needs to play kind of the circle camp strategy throughout the entire game. Is as soon as your strategy gets broken into, like MOF is doing, it kind of starts to fall apart. Because then you have to start playing offense. It might be over here.
Yeah. I think he has one chance to get back, but... Okay, makes it back, but still. Yeah, just gets double F smashed, and MOF with a very, very dominant game 2. Really good stuff from MOF, honestly.